I'm here to see the Red Lion. I'm a friend of the Sheik. Monsieur, my name is Michael Thornton. I think you have information I need.
I know many things. Most of them would be useful to someone, I'm sure. What is it you want from me, Mr. Thornton? I have no interest in bantering with an American cowboy. It upsets my digestion. Please, get to the point.
Someone is planning to assassinate Ronald's son. You've been receiving transfers of funds from Shahid. I'd be willing to pay to see if these two facts are connected.
Interesting. I admire a man who presents a business proposal clearly and succinctly. Mr. Thornton, a man in my position does not get to be a man in my position without knowing the value of a good trade.
I can understand that. I suppose the question is what you need.
Some of my lieutenants seem to think they would do better without my loving guidance and gentle hand. They have set up shop in a disreputable part of town. Now, if you were to discourage them, I will tell you what I know.
You don't even know me. Why trust me with something like this? Why not use your own people?
My own people are known to these rogues. You, on the other hand, look enough like an ignorant Wilo tourist that they might only mug you.
Well, when you put it that way, it's hard to argue. All right, Mr. Hong.
I knew you would see the wisdom of this deal, Mr. Thornton. Contact me again when my wayward children have been dealt with, huh? Oh, and Mr. Thornton.
Yeah?
Don't call me Mr. Hong.
Who the heck are these guys?
Contact unidentified.
The hell is up with my PDA?
Agent Thornton, my name is Albatross. You attacked a G-22 cell in Taipei and placed monitoring software on our servers. I want you to delete it.
I was looking for information related to my mission. I didn't know anyone was here. I didn't expect to find anyone at this warehouse.
That means we've done our job, Agent Thornton. The question is, what were you doing here in the first place?
What's it to you, Albatross? I was checking a lead. Next thing I know, your goggle-eyed agents are crawling out of the woodwork.
You've placed monitoring software on our servers. You managed to infiltrate our system completely. You're very thorough.
Look, your little organization, G-22, they sure didn't make me feel welcome when I arrived. Now, after all that trouble you put me through, you expect me to do you a favor? I don't even know what you and your pals were doing here.
Eavesdropping on our servers won't help you. I'm guessing you're looking for an Al-Samad and Halbech connection.
You're surprisingly well informed for some organization I've never heard of before.
Alpha Protocol aren't the only ones who keep a low profile, Agent.
So I see. Care to tell me how you knew about Sung?
We've been monitoring both Al-Samad and Halbech, but are affiliated with neither. I'm afraid you'll have to take me at my word, Agent Thornton.
I believe you. I don't know why, but I'm guessing if you're willing to ask first. That says a lot right there.
I appreciate your trust, Agent Thornton. Mike. And that data, well, let's just say it would be of little use to you. Shut down your program, and I will compensate you. I know why you're here. I can help you. Refuse, and you'll find you have few friends here in Taipei.
Well, I'm surprised you found all the programs. Guess I wasn't as careful as I thought. It took a while to place all of them.
Yes, the fifth was the tricky one, but by then, we knew what to look for.
I'll delete those security exploits. They were a little obvious without some sort of backup. In exchange for removing them, I could use your help. This operation is turning out to be larger than I expected.
Thank you, Mike. And as for your mission, let us say that G-22 has no interest in seeing President Sung placed in jeopardy.
So, you have been eavesdropping on Al-Samad and Halbech.
Yes. Halbech underestimated Shahid. The man was no fool. But even G-22 hasn't been able to determine how Halbech intends to pull off the assassination, or who the assassin is.
I'd rather not wait until Sung is shot to find out. That help you mentioned.
G-22 will be in contact, Mike. And thank you.
I thought this line was supposed to be secure.
It should be. What happened?
Someone calling himself Albatross hacked into the comm network and accused me of swiping his data. Said he represents something called G22.
That's scary.
Yeah, it was a shock for me too.
I'm guessing he didn't call to chat. What did he want?
He wanted my bugs shut down. He was good. He found all 5 bugs in just a couple of hours.
All 5?
I planted 6.
Very devious, Mr. Thornton.
Well, I have my moments. So, what do we got?
This is a gold mine, Mike. Major players operating in Taipei, political and economic trends, activist groups. It's going to take a while to sort through all this.
Start with anything relevant to the assassination.
It looks like the network was part of the ShadowNet G22 uses to monitor global intelligence services. I ran a search for the keywords Ronald Sung and assassination, and got a hit.
Anything we can run with?
I've got an email intercept indicating that the assassin will be receiving the details of the assignment tomorrow night at the subway station on the Xingmei line.
What, that's it? Nothing about who the assassin is or who's giving the handoff?
That's all the search came back with. Sorry, Mike. Looks like we'll need to gather some more evidence.
Anything else I might find useful?
I'm still downloading, but I'm going to say yes. That network has terabytes worth of data. I'll keep you updated via email as I sort through all this.
Sounds good. I'll be in touch when I'm ready to move forward.
Take care, Mike.
Okay, I'm not far from the market, near the slums.
I'm picking up some activity near your position. I don't think Hong Shi gave us the whole story.
The head of an organized crime syndicate not telling the truth? Gee, that's a stretch.
Stretch or not, it looks like you're going to see some heavier resistance up ahead.
Ah, Mr. Thornton, you return. The television is already humming with talk of your assault on the slums.
Far be it from me to tell you how to run your business, but I work better when I know the whole story. Like the real reason your lieutenant's defected.
I see. I had hoped to keep that information quiet. I trust I can rely on your discretion, Mr. Thornton.
That depends on why they thought the deal with Shahid was a bad idea. Shahid was sending you large sums of money. What was it for?
A man in my position has access to certain materials, Mr. Thornton. Materials that a man in Shahid's position finds very valuable. We had a long-standing business arrangement.
You've already got the international smuggling contacts. You could secure shipments to just about anywhere an Al-Samad cell operates.
Very astute, Mr. Thornton. You would do very well in this business. I did not sell weapons to Shahid directly. I was merely a facilitator.
And how does that put you in a position to know about an attempt on Sung's life?
I'm willing to provide my information, not my sources.
Fair enough. Let's see it.
As promised, Mr. Thornton. Here's all the information I have regarding this unfortunate business with Mr. Sung.
A pleasure doing business with you.
And with you, Mr. Thornton. Oh, there is one other thing. Beware of the man called Oman Dang.
Oman Dang? Who's he?
I'm afraid no one really knows. He is a powerful man in Taipei, and I have heard his name mentioned along with the rumors of this assassination.
I'll keep my ears open. Thanks. I'm sending you the data I got from Hong Shi now.
Receiving. Got it.
Anything?
According to this, the White Oak Mountain Triad was approached to provide security for a diplomatic exchange at a subway station on the Xingmei line tomorrow night.
Nobody hires Triad gangsters to provide security for a diplomatic exchange. Any hint what was really going on?
Hong Shi's lieutenants dug into the guy's background. Turns out, he was an NSB deep cover operative. After some persuasion, he let slip that he was working undercover to foil a major political assassination.
Persuasion. Do I want to know?
You really don't.
That's not a lot of new information.
It's something. Maybe if we can find a way to tap into the NSB's computers, we can narrow the search a little more.
You know, you could be right. I'll keep exploring my leads, see if something shakes loose.
Okay. Good luck, Mike.
Hello?
In the back. With you in a sec, buddy. Not too uncomfortable, I hope. Now this is dry cleaning solution. Active ingredient is perchloroethylene. Gets stains out like a champ. Like a champ, Wen. Believe you me.
Gonna be hard getting that stuff down his throat. Want me to get a funnel?
A funnel? Yeah! That's a killer idea! So you remember where they are now, do you? Candy dish. Ah, that does it, Wen. You know I don't like sweet... Oh, the candy dish! That's right! That's where I left my keys. Should have said something earlier, Wen. You see what I almost made you drink? Good old Wen. Always getting into antics. Anywho, what can I do you for?
I like your style. Do any of the people you've interrogated know anything about an attempt on Sung's life?
You've been in town for a while, haven't you? From what I've heard, you've been busy, busy, busy. Why didn't you come say hello when you arrived? Couldn't find the place? If I hadn't been with Wen here, I would have made the time to seek you out.
I wasn't sure if you had what I needed to know.
I know a lot about a lot of things. Like, for instance, did you know that in the 1960s, the CIA surgically jammed a mic and antenna into a cat for an op codenamed Acoustic Kitty?
No, I've never heard that. Have you heard of anything relevant to my previous question?
Oh, it's relevant. Just between you and me. And Wen. You're with the agency, am I right?
I'm with an agency, but U.S. tax dollars don't keep the lights on.
Really? SIS, Office of Secret Intelligence, Majestic 12, TVC 15. Oh, wait, EPA.
Something like that.
Yeah, I work for a division of the CIA that doesn't officially exist. Super secret. They just kind of turned me loose and let me go nuts.
Uh-huh. So, can you help me or not?
Depends. How do I know you are who you say you are? I have to ask because, funny story, one time a salesman came in and I thought he was buying secrets about the German Chancellor's security detail.
You remember a few years ago when Castro got ill all of a sudden?
You did that?
Well, let's just say I was in Cuba at the time, on vacation.
That was you? Shit, I heard about that. Bravo. So, Ronald Sung, huh? Hey, did you ever notice his name's an anagram for lard on guns? Ironic, isn't it?
Hey, yeah. And considering that item posted a few years back in the Worldly Weekly about that pig fat being used as an experimental bullet toxin, not a coincidence.
You might be onto something there, Mike. I'll look into that for sure. Ronnie Sung. What do you want to know, Mike? Personal demons, pant size, political capital, sexual proclivities?
I've got some intelligence that suggests someone in Taipei wants Sung dead. You've got an ear to the ground here, thought you might know more.
Political assassinations. Yeah, those are fun. One time I took out an entire soccer stadium just to kill the premier of Namibia. Hey, did you know at 400 miles an hour, soccer balls can decapitate people?
I didn't. But Sung?
Sure. I can tell you this, Mike. There's a big conference coming up at the Grand Hotel. Sung's gonna be there, along with a few dozen EU bigwigs and the like.
So you're suggesting I infiltrate the hotel. Why?
Taiwanese National Security Bureau is providing the security. You think those cats don't just have oodles of stuff on everybody who might want their boss dead?
Wouldn't be too hard to slip in and borrow some of that information.
Knew that would appeal to you, Mike. Hey, give me a call when you head that way. I'd like to be in on this.
You got it. Is this Scarlet? This is...
Mike, from the plane, right?
You remembered.
You didn't give me a reason to forget.
Heard you were in Taipei, thought I'd call.
So, it takes me coming to Taipei for you to get back to me?
About your offer of exchanging information.
I remember. Do you have something?
I'm here in town trying to find out all I can about President Sung and the upcoming rally.
Sung? Why? Is there something wrong?
His life is in danger.
Why do you think that?
I have an inside source. He's a target, and I need to warn him. I don't have a lot of friends here in Taipei, and certainly not ones with press credentials who can move freely. Can you help me?
What did you have in mind?
A little covert operation, if you're up for it.
I might be. I'd need the details first.
I'll fire them over, along with the location to meet up.
All right, then. Talk to you soon, Mike.
Everybody online?
In position in the lobby.
In position to rain death on my enemies.
Okay, team. This isn't gonna be easy, but you're some of the best people in your fields.
Some of?
Okay, you're the best. If we stick to the plan, this will go off without a hitch.
Thanks for the pep talk, Mike.
Steven, you're with me. There will be a map of the conference in the security office. You're gonna be my distraction.
Can do, Mike. Would you prefer a hot distraction or a loud distraction?
What's the difference?
Hot distractions have more fire.
Actually, I was thinking something a little less likely to cause a complete security lockdown.
So, what? Hide the bodies?
No bodies would be better.
Sure, Mike, whatever you say. Minimum carnage, no sweat.
Scarlet, I need you to stay in the lobby for now. Hang out in the bar, see if you can find me a lonely convention attendee.
And do what with him exactly?
Talk him up, find out something useful. Use some of those ace reporter skills I hear so much about.
Sure, Mike.
Should be a piece of cake for you.
I'll call you as soon as I have anything.
What about me?
You stay in touch with everybody. Keep us all up to date on what's going on. Can you get into the security system?
Already done.
Okay, everybody knows the score? Then let's move out. Remember, people, this is our one chance to get this intel. Let's do it right. Good luck, Thornton out.
Mike, it's Scarlet. I've got something for you.
Great, let's have it.
A certain Halbeck security officer has a distinct weakness for Mai Tais and redheads. In that order.
Get anything useful out of him?
Not much. Just his room key.
He didn't happen to have an access pass for the elevators to the convention floor, did he?
You know, funny enough, I think he did.
That's perfect. You did great, Scarlet.
One more little surprise for you. I managed to snap a picture of him. Seems like if security were told it was the face of a known sex offender.
That would make a nice distraction for hotel security. Good call.
Meet me in the restroom by the VIP suite. I'll give you what I have.
On my way.
Here you go, Mike.
You're the best. I ever tell you that?
Not often enough, I think.
Thanks, Scarlet.
I'll be seeing you, Mike.
Hey, you Mike, it's Steven. Steven Heck.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see you.
I can see you too, Mike.
Okay. What's on your mind, Heck?
Steven, anywho, just wanted to drop you a line and find out if all that killing I didn't do was worth your while. You get what you needed?
Thanks to the NSB, I've got the transponder codes for the bug they planted with the assassin's orders. And thanks to my other leads, I know when and where that package will be.
Hey, look at you with your clues and your spy satellites and your secret genital nuking microwave guns. You're like a real spy.
I don't actually have one of those.
Really? Oh, they're great. Melt the balls right off you. Why, that's great that you got it all sorted out. You need any more mayhem while you're in town, you know who to call.
Thanks, I'll be in touch.
Mike Bobola, what's the shakes? Any more antics on the horizon? Bad guys need thwomping, Liberty need protecting, adorable aliens need rescuing from sinister government labs.
Steven, hey. Just calling to let you know I've got all the intel I need to intercept this package on the assassination. The exchange goes down tonight at the Xingmei subway station.
Thanks for the heads up, Mike. I'll make sure I disable all those surprise audio mines I've got scattered around the city's subway system.
You don't really have those, do you?
If I told you that, there wouldn't be a surprise, would there? Plus, I'd have to staple your tongue to the roof of your mouth to keep you from telling anybody. Operational security, nothing personal.
Right. Well, anyways, I thought you should know, since Taipei is sort of your turf and all.
Hey, glad to see you've learned your lesson, Mike. I appreciate the heads up. For a while there, I was afraid I'd have to disappear you.
Disappear me.
Are you really gonna force me to make a Hoffa joke? Because I could make some Hoffa jokes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll be in touch if anything else comes up. Thornton out. I'm not seeing anything. Are you sure we've got the right place?
Everything we have points to here and now, Mike. Hold on. I've got a signal. It's on the move, about 500 meters west of your current position.
What the hell's it doing over there?
They must have moved the drop.
Mina? Mina!
Portable radio jammer. Very useful. Points for considering camouflage, Agent Thornton. but try something that blends in with the civilians more than the surroundings.
How do you know who I am?
You've made quite the impression in the intelligence community with your past exploits. Perhaps you don't hide quite as well as you think.
Omen Dang, I think you and I have business to settle.
Agreed. But it would be on my agenda. I have things to take care of. Tasks I cannot allow you to interrupt. There is a maintenance door over there. Go inside.
Whatever you say. You're the guy in charge here, Dang.
I'm glad you see reason in this.
So, what now?
I'm not going to kill you. Eventually your body will be found and will spark a police investigation. That is attention I would prefer not to draw. You'll be staying put right here.
Mike, come in. Can you hear me?
Sorry about that, got interrupted.
What happened?
I just met the legendary Omen Dang, who locked me in a maintenance tunnel.
I'm not going to ask. I see you. The package is still in play. It's on the move, at the next platform over.
I'm on it. Hey!
What? He's here! You said this location was safe. Kill him! End of the line. I may die, but so will you. Think you can dodge a train?
Damn, no time to turn back. Damn, that was close. A lot of work for a little flash drive.
Mike, are you alright?
Yeah, but that was a closer call than I'd like. His data better be worth it.
We'll figure that out later. Dang's men are still down there. Get out now.
No arguments here. I think I'll stick with surface streets for a while. Okay, I've got the disk. Let's see what Omen Dang knows.
I'm patching into your system now. Oh, this is good. He's using elliptical curve encryption to mask the data structure.
Oh, I love when you talk dirty about cryptography.
Mike, stop distracting me while I'm working.
But that's what makes this fun. Any luck yet?
Just bits and pieces. Something about the assassination attempt and riots at Sung's rally. Maybe to cover an escape or a secondary plan if the assassination fails.
If Sung dies, the whole region's thrown into chaos. If Dang sets off those riots, it could end with a lot of people dead. Let me know when you have more.
Will do. Uh-oh. This is not good.
What's wrong?
There was a hidden security protocol on the disk. When I tried to access it, the disk started reformatting itself.
Don't panic, Mina. Just work around it. You can do this.
Mike, this format is running too fast. I can maybe decrypt one of these files before it wipes the disk.
Damn, which one?
It's your call, Mike. But you better make it fast.
Sung is the primary objective. If he dies, the entire region is destabilized.
Got it. That's it. Whatever else was on that disk is gone.
No chance of recovering the rest, huh?
I wouldn't count on it. But at least we've got something.
Yeah, I just hope we made the right call.
And so we come to the events in Taipei, Agent Thornton.
Yeah, Taipei.
I understand you spoke with Stephen Heck at some point. Heck doesn't like to feel that other agents are encroaching on his turf, does he? He's very territorial.
You know Heck? Who?
That's not really your concern. It was Heck who provided you with information about the conference at the Grand Hotel, wasn't it?
Do you even need to ask?
Not especially. You were very discreet in your operation there. Still worried about civilian casualties?
Somebody has to.
A noble sentiment. Heck wasn't the only dangerous contact you made in Taipei, was he?
You're talking about Hong Shi.
Making deals with Triad bosses isn't the best way to guarantee a long and healthy life.
Operational intel isn't exactly overflowing. I needed information, and I needed it fast.
Nevertheless, your one-man crusade in the slums kicked the Taiwanese security forces into high gear. You may have done more harm to Hong Shi's organization than you realize. And then you met the mysterious Omen Deng.
Dang got the drop on me. He was good, I'll give him that.
But at the time, you still didn't know what his role in all this was, did you?
You mean...
We'll get to that later. Faced with the choice of which information to save, you
I
chose...
chose the information that would save Sung.
Why?
If Sung died, the entire country could be destabilized. That could push Taiwan into a war with China. That isn't worth stopping a few riots.
I see. That's a very pragmatic strategy, Agent.
I made the best choice I could, given the options.
But it didn't turn out that way. Did it?
You must be Agent Thornton. I understand you have some important information for me?
Yes, sir. I've learned about a plot to kill you during the rally this week, and to use your death to spark a massive riot and destabilize Taiwan.
This is a troubling development, Agent Thornton. If it is true.
You think I'm making it up?
Let us just say I would like to hear the whole story before I make any decisions. A man with my political views lives with threats every day. If you can present me with compelling evidence of this plot, I will take action.
The evidence I acquired was partially destroyed.
Without proof, I'm afraid there's little I can do, Agent Thornton. What evidence do you have?
I have proof of the plan to assassinate you. That's all.
Then the riots are merely your conjecture?
No, sir, Mr. President. Both threats are genuine. Please, for your safety, cancel your appearance at the rally.
Canceling the rally at this juncture would do considerable harm to my cause. I am afraid it is out of the question.
Then at least take extra precautions. Wear body armor during your speech. Post extra security, something.
Give me your evidence, Agent Thornton. If my security chief concurs that the threat is credible, I'm sure he will insist on my wearing a vest during the speech.
But the
if
riots...
I have security silence dissenters in the crowd, I look like a petty dictator. I am sorry, but without hard evidence, I will not send that message to my people.
This is all I have. Please use it, Mr. President. Taiwan can't afford to lose you right now.
You are far more generous than some of my constituents, Agent Thornton. I will put this to good use. I promise you that.
How'd it go?
Could have been better.
He didn't listen?
I gave him the evidence on the assassination plot, but without proof of the riot phase of the plan, he refused to place extra security in the crowd.
What are you going to do?
The only thing I can do, figure out how to stop both plans myself.
That doesn't sound so hard. Keep me posted.
Mike, how did it go with Sung?
Not as well as I'd hoped.
Did he believe you?
He believed the assassination plot, but refused to take precautions against the riots.
So, he didn't believe you?
No.
You tried, Mike. And helping you out? Well, you certainly keep things interesting.
I've got to figure out the next step. Until then, you may want to get ready in case this story explodes.
I hope not. Now I'm tempted to cover the rally.
Are you planning to stay in Taipei then?
Now I am. That is, if you think I can help, Mike. I don't know what I can do, but...
I appreciate it, Scarlet, but I'd rather you were out of harm's way.
What, and risk being bored to death? Not a chance. I'll try to gather what I can from my contacts, Mike. Until then...
If I need any more help, I'll let you know. Thanks for everything, Scarlet.
Good luck, Mike. And good luck with Sung.
Looks like Deng's men already made it here. How's that satellite uplink, Mina?
Working. And you're right, satellite imaging shows Chinese secret police all throughout the parks. We're a little late.
Steven, what's it looking like near the stage?
It's a madhouse over here. But not in that fun, violent way.
This should be interesting. I hope our friends actually show up on time. Could use the help.
You better hurry, Mike. Sung's giving his speech in less than an hour.
I've got a visual on Deng. Hey, we're not done yet.
Today, I would like to discuss choice. In the last 100 years, we have had peace of mind.
Finish it.
This doesn't make sense. I've read the files on you and Sung. Why would you try to kill him?
I might not have been able to stop you, but my people will make you pay for killing Sung.
You're a double agent? For how long?
All my life.
I won't pry then.
That is, considerate for a hired killer.
What are you talking about? I'm not here to kill anybody.
My sources were clear. Michael Thornton has come to Taipei to assassinate President Sun.
Funny, my sources made it pretty clear you were here to kill him.
Then your sources are mistaken.
If you're not the assassin... Oh, shit.
No!
Damn it! I don't see anybody. I tried to warn him. I sent him everything I had on the assassination attempt.
Mike, emergency frequencies are reporting riots breaking out. And they're getting ugly. Additional security forces are en route.
Copy that. Omen, we've got trouble coming in fast. I'm guessing you want to get to the bottom of this as much as I do.
Yes.
Then let's move out. We're clear. Mina, I'm patching Deng into our connection. Can you give us an update?
Reports are still sketchy, but the news is saying Sung survived the attempt. He was wearing a bulletproof vest thanks to a tip from an anonymous source.
He survived?
I'm glad the information I passed to him did some good, at least.
Tragedy was averted today when an assassination attempt on Taiwanese President Ronald Sung proved unsuccessful. Government spokesmen say the president was warned about the attempt earlier this week by an anonymous source, which convinced him to wear a bulletproof vest during his speech. The president was taken to Taipei City Hospital, where he is reported to be in stable condition. News of the president's survival was not enough to quell riots that broke out shortly after the attack. Police say instigators within the crowd convinced spectators that the attack was part of a Chinese plot, which sparked the riot that has so far killed 23 people.
Heck, calling Thornton. Come in, Thornton.
Yeah, Heck, I'm here.
Just a heads up, Mike. There's some folks out there that really hate you, pal.
I know. I'm not the most popular guy these days.
So this VCI comes to me, and he says to me, Steve, I got a proposition for you.
I always figured VCI as the offer you can't refuse types.
So after I pop 3 of his fingers off for calling me Steve, I say, and what proposition might that be, my good man?
Heck.
This guy says to me, oh God, please don't kill me. I just came here to offer you $5 million to give Michael Thornton up as Ronald Sung's assassin.
Tell me you didn't.
Not gonna lie, buddy. I was really tempted for a minute there. But I kinda like you, so I told him to piss off. Then I set him on fire to make sure he got the point.
Shouldn't you have stabbed him to make sure he got the point?
I figured his cronies would probably try and find somebody less scrupulous than myself, so I went ahead and called the news stations. Should keep them off your back for a while.
I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem, buddy. I'm gonna lay low for a while, but I'll be in touch. Be seeing you, Mike.
Searching for a man called Wen Shu in connection with the attack. Government sources have told INN that Wen Shu is a Taiwanese national with no previous criminal record. The nature of his involvement remains to be seen.
That should buy me a little time to get out of Taipei. Better get moving.
And so this is the result of your efforts in Taipei. Chaos in the streets, an assassination attempt against the president of Taiwan. Well done.
There was gonna be unrest no matter what I did. Just an attempted assassination would be enough to create a panic. But with Sung alive, there's at least a chance of reining it in.
Now you're beginning to understand. I admit, the lack of an identified assassin might slow things down, but the people already believe the assassin was a Chinese agent. Omen Deng's escape won't stop the push for independence from growing stronger. You managed to escape Taipei undetected, largely because of an anonymous tip identifying a man called Wen Shu as the attempted assassin. Stephen Heck's work, I trust?
Professional favor. Now I owe him one. It's pretty much how the spy business works.
You have a knack for engendering trust. A useful skill for an intelligence agent.
Must be my winning personality. That's all you cared about then? Destabilizing Taipei?
You should pay more attention to global politics, Agent Thornton. If Taipei pushes for independence, the People's Republic will prepare for war. If China prepares for war, so does the U.S.
And Halbeck makes a fortune off the new Cold War.
If there's one thing better for business than a war, it's a Cold War.
Welcome to Moscow, Mike. How do you like your new apartment?
Limited access, secure building, high-speed internet. This'll work just fine.
Anything else?
Like...
Like The View?
Oh yeah, could be a sniper risk. I might have to put up heavy curtains.
Always the professional, Mike. All right, down to business then. Do you have a plan of attack for Moscow?
I've got a few leads from Saudi to follow up on. We'll see where those take me.
Sounds like a solid plan. What will you follow up on first?
Not sure yet. The missile launchers were moved through Leningradsky Station. There might be intel there. I've also got a CIA informant codenamed Grigori and a mob underboss called Lazo.
Finding those missiles is important, although more information would be helpful. But from his file, Grigori looks like the type who would sell information about you to interested parties. Lazo might be able to provide some leads too.
Getting the lay of the land would be helpful. I'd rather not walk into an ambush if I can help it.
Smart plan. Call me when you have anything.
Lazo has been terminated. Move out.
What the hell's going on here? What, nothing to say? I want to know what you're doing here. Who sent you? You're just a kid, so I'm willing to let this go, but you keep pushing it.
Mike, are you still there?
I'm here.
Someone was jamming the frequency. Are you all right?
Yeah, I think so. What's up with the connection? Looks like something's interfering with the transmission. Or... Albatross. It's been a while since Taipei. I ran into a little friend of yours tonight, hanging out with your G-22 buddies. She's quite the little firecracker, although she doesn't talk much. Well, except with those pistols of hers.
That would be my bodyguard, Sis. And I know you spared her life. That's why I'm calling.
I didn't want to fight her. I was only there for Lazo. But she didn't give me much choice.
It was under my orders, Mike. But I didn't realize you would be there. Else, I would have instructed Sis to behave differently.
So should I ask what G-22 is doing in Moscow? You guys sure seem to get around.
It's a rather long answer, Mike. One I'd like to discuss more, if you'd be up for it.
Is your bodyguard invited? If so, I'll need body armor.
I'm afraid it's required she be present. We're not supposed to be apart. It's how G-22 operates in the field. But like you, I tend to bend the rules for the sake of the greater good. I'll leave the choice up to you, but I can't wait long. If you want to discuss your future, then meet me at the following coordinates. It isn't far. And come alone.
All right. But I better not be walking into an ambush. And tell Sis to keep her distance.
I will do so. I will not wait long, Mike. So if you want to speak to me, you'll have to do it soon.
I don't want to shoot you, but pull that trigger, and I will.
It's all right, Sis. Hello, Mike. No trouble finding the place, I hope.
You wanted to meet face to face. Why?
I wanted to talk about you and the organization I represent. You spared Sis's life. For that, you have my thanks.
Sorry it came to that. I didn't want to fight her, but the situation didn't leave much time for talking. Although she's not much of a talker, I take it.
She's a mute. Let's walk. Sis will make sure we're not interrupted.
All right. So, what did you want to talk about?
I know to all outward appearances you're a rogue agent. I also know about Alpha Protocol, and in your case, it's being used for its intended purpose.
It wasn't my choice, really. One of my associates made the decision for me.
I disagree. You had other options, I'm sure. Did enacting Alpha Protocol change your mission?
No.
Then you should be proud of your accomplishment.
What accomplishment?
It's not often that one gets to turn the tools of their own government against them, and for the right reasons. And Alpha Protocol? It is a powerful tool.
Between Halbeck and you, I'm beginning to feel like everyone knows about Alpha Protocol.
It may seem that way. I'd argue you're simply traveling in a smaller circle here, on the fringe of international politics.
I don't know what you want, Albatross. G22's agenda? Doesn't seem like you have one.
No. We have aspirations, as does any government. But we believe that agendas are accomplished by careful study and observation. If the status quo is disrupted, it makes predicting triggers and events more difficult.
You sound like one of the analysts of Alpha Protocol I know.
Alpha Protocol has always had someone in that role. It helps them function as intended, no matter what iteration of the program. It's an odd thing. A government-sponsored program whose purpose is to prevent being policed by its own government. Now, what kind of foundation is that for a country?
I guess you have to trust your country and act in its best interests.
Do you trust your country?
I do. I believe in the mission.
I propose we become allies.
What, I become a member of G22?
No. I propose we cooperate. You will find that as extensive as Alpha Protocol's leftover safe houses and gadgets are, well, G22 has access to much more.
And the price?
Let us say I owe you. You've already paid me, in the only currency I value. What do you say?
All right. I need all the friends I can get. And for some reason, I trust you.
You won't regret it, Mike. We're out of time, I'm afraid. Thank you for listening to me, Mike. I know you have a great deal of work ahead of you.
Albatross, I need to know something.
Yes. What?
This business with Halbeck. I can still prevent it, right? There's a way to stop them. This isn't going to end well, is it?
Mike, it never does.